Bibia clear. One motion will be at Minka. Children, I may have my measure that jibre. Na State of the Nation's address, Mr. President, Eko Kan, you know. Yeah, to me, Eddie Hujuma, Intino. Obasoa, now I share my and then I just wanted to give a few highlights of it, and then that's it. And I'll get up from here and then continue. Remember, sorry, now, to Asubio. Now, I believe that a year I saw for any and penny for businessmen, Ghana for mutu chi ekoto aba edema a year John Dramani Mahama no. I believe say by now ebufu kon eniama kon a eba mutrim mudiko di say ewu no after and then no I believe say obi adwene adaho clear eya na mpempi no kwesi eya na meka asem bi say yan kasa Ghana for na ye Ghana for no me personally no I see say ye wo certain problem bi wo ye ho a say bibi po nye utie na o twe adwene ana o twe o adwene de asisu a eya usually no omo hwe no just in the omo hwe no saying eniso ye mfa adwene bi anye den enhye da nto niama ya na omo ye ne den eho na ende mera ho kakra masan abojo kakra and no very simple. Look at it, say yawo omaya yerane. Na yawo NDC, MPP, and other political parties. Na oman for no enye GD or political party mienu. Na omono na oman no edia ye juma all this while. Now, dia a woman say NDC ba na obeye ne duru baby a. Yes, MPP for sombra no meye. Now, through the from 1992, you took constitution go, you the new constitution by 1992. No, say abaying Sambia said the other I like to say it here no. And you'll be an any JS and abaying lusu. Nelso sana abanunti ye ni na yeti asiye. Edi yeden Emma new government ni yeduma. The only time I saw the way Yejuma was when John Dramani Mahama went into opposition, 2016. And na omo yom who say, Sankrofo we abeja benriane dia ene bibia ye beye. Ama oman ni buonu aye din amomo. Bibia ye beye ama oman no ho aye tan, ama mpanifo ewo mu ho aye tan. Bibia ye betumi aye ama Ghana atwea konachi. Na se Ghana ni ho chire no na Ghana ni ebra eno abema me political advantage say since ya Ghana fo ho chire omo ntini yemfa me mra ntina me ka say I for one with the type of person I me no ebeya din ama me pa say metumi akasa me ko join NDC as a political party ebeya very hard for me, and the reason is the NDC apparatchiks or the NDC machinery no. It does not care what it destroys. And fahone di obese no. And fahone di obeye. And fahone and some way there be. So long as I di ebesi no. E de inkunimdie ebe bromo no. Dia kenina entungu. 2. Say ye can leadership a. Enye leader ni obi a bibi aye kweno ni so odi animu keke there be. Na say ye beshepo akọ adesua mu kura hu a. The time we have heroes. Why do we have heroes? We have heroes in times of crisis. Mutie ni ye. Say ye ka say heroes one more ye hwe won so like me nim ni twi no heroes twi be dey. Ekuku dam. Say ye ka so obi ye ekuku dam a. E dia na ma ne ye ekuku dam. Enye sa oti ni fie no keke no be ye ekuku dam o. Ye de ade bi to nanim Ema ni ye ena man be ye den sebi ekuku dam. Se wo se obi ye teacher ni enye so sorry ye na no be ye teacher ni o da bi. Ye di bibi to nanim se Chrosa test way exams way na so empire don't na classroom a ubetumi akire nkoda de ana. You as army commander, police said the beya say be a assembly a ubetumi aya den etwitwa age edom no. Enu nti say ye pesi ye heroes are. Heroes emerges or heroes arise when we have a problem, when we have a situation. No nipa ba ko anya kukuduro na we so musa ade we meye amana yeye. More TikTok on tap on the screen. Let's go. Let's get it going. Omo abegina we di atem no de ja omo. So ati ase. Omo no said the enra mekan no honeymoon period no omo wo. Utie. Aha, they say na yaban na aba. They say na nyanka na ni yet. Nti obegina stage so a obedi du atem. Aha. But very soon, sa no ebesesa. Mamu worry cry. NBC for no ba page I say and I unim. First no, I said that American they use that to get me because I hear say asem na American e throw. Utie. Yes, asem na American e throw. Now so for some reason, omo person omo ka say na e throw. Na ubisa no so say na no kre no wo hen so a oni bi na adane atem didie. Nti mo mo ni di atem nko. The SS yes we no. Yes we be. And I said American menche. I just want to get these things across. Wa wo hwe me bia mesra oba so a share page no mo amu YouTube mo subscribe o hwe me sisi ana na say I see you joyful I see you kwesi asamwa mehu ewo Facebook me da say wa join mo share page no na intumi nko ba bia SS eko na otwade untumi nka nkire me say they made you a leader. Just any leader you be complaining not only say we are empty, we are clueless, and as a matter of fact, a stupid person. And stupid, when you bring it into another year, it's a fool. Foolery. Utie. Say you say brabe sahini. Now you say brabe sahini we now what the ane say obe complaining. Then ne sahini cry do be di and fa so be ne wo so. Now, when you know, some of us know you can utie. You can say some party now your friend no NDC no be papa biara to me free mu ma. Mr. Eunice, welcome. You can't mu play some party NDC no. There is nothing that can happen. And the reason is for every opportunity they have had to rule Ghana, they only make excuses. And out of all the president the NDC has brought, the worst one ever, their own number, their near correct, their banner memo bon, their ordinary shia ye John Dramani Mahama. And today I'll break just a few down for you. God willing, tomorrow say me now hoto na metiasia. Ye beba betinase. Na ya sheda e breaking it down. 1 1 1 1. Me say you say we a leader, okay? You are there to solve the problem. Now, I will show you the reason why John Mahama is an empty barrel. And he will continue to make noise with the stupid people that he has gathered around him. Because when you don't have a brain that foolish people will think for you and take decisions for you. And that's exactly what is happening. First and foremost, he doesn't learn. Mahama himself, on journey. Sa sembisi like onisue hunu on fence yade. Sa Mahama you be osua de a. Anka most of na points are we on this time no. Anka they will step no foot around his government. Muntie ni pa. If Mahama has that sense, okay, and can crophobia of far omo a odi omo ye adwuma right now no anka onye. Your papa John Dramani Mahama be di ade 2013. And I say obedi ade 2012 courtesy of Professor Mills dying. Na ade. Mo will say Ebra over 2020 elections no. Not some of the campaign messages are all kind of say he was handed a bad economy. The traits of John Mahama. The reason why we should have never brought that man anywhere near the presidency. Make a true ye. Makachira say NDC for ne dear. Omo adwumaya baako. Ono already on kind on to mean churo ni din. Enti the other can be just a research for on yebi. Into the other bedina can say obwa. The other say Wachiro bibi nanka a divert to attention from their opens and work so. Say yes, and we are learning very fast. And whatever they put as a hurdle, it's not going to stop us because we shall break every hurdle they put in front of us and let Ghanaians know the truth. Mutie, obi bia wo se we Ghana ni na no kure tu mu na be ye nhye wani ase na utumi ka no kure no ebra ya papa Mahama be di ade ane amanko yi no. One of the things your car and say he a bad economy. Now, sweet mom, I mean, can't show the Indian say Mahama na dwene no sebe mon fancheme or a penny there that I dwene no form kakra. One. Now you will free say you're not buying na so from 2009 up to 2016. Tie, and you're not buying keke na atina to 2009 to 2016. Oh. He was the number 2 person in the whole country. Papa na no chale, mama we yenja ni amebi o. Now MPP we time. Me say any serious country John Mahama would not even stand for assemblyman. Yeah, man, stand people. Me say John Mahama be di ade 2012 February Professor Mills wu ye. And ye sign so to aba edi yi no 2013. Na eba ne say ahokyere ba ye no. Excuse and answer some more kind and say he was handed a bad economy. Now, how bad was this economy? How bad was this economy? The bad economy had a GDP growth of 14.05% in 2011. That is the bad economy he's talking about. The highest we have ever had. The highest Ghana has ever achieved. As the president, John Dramani Mahama as his vice. And as a phone it, those who want facts, are you listening? Me say, John Dramani Mahama, he was the vice president to Atta Mills. Okay? When Atta Mills died, he became the president. In effect, we voted for him again to be the president. And I started say eba. I want to buy an be and go back to me. I can say okay. I want to buy. Mufan chamina me fa with him. Ebra galam say. I started say ebe koso e wonsuo suzuno. Professor Mills a granting interview. And he went to some site and another boy of Okasa. Right away, Professor Mills gave solutions of what he is going to do. The difference between a real leader and someone I have forcing his own leader. Professor Mills right away had an idea of what he was going to do. He didn't complain. When John Mahama became president and they asked him, say, Mr. President, your economy, you are so because of the slowdown of the Chinese economy and our Ghana economy. As him said, China was our only trading partners. He made it look say China is the only country Ghana knew we did Gentino. Say China and get the eco from one as I say affected Ghana. That is John Dramani Mahama. John Mahama has never owned up to anything. He always shifts blame. Now oya kronfo ntino or kwa enyo no kwa na eko opa obi tare ne ho said the ebeye eba obeyidi egu omoso, and that is who John Dramani Mahama is. And today, I'm here to tell every Ghanaian who is watching me, wherever you are watching me from, don't watch me as just an MPP communicator. Watch me as somebody who cares about Ghana and want Ghana to go forward, and therefore we need to open our eyes. Your boss said, Brabeye leader, that is not the time to go and complain, John Dramani Mahama. John Dramani Mahama, when you are given the power to rule, that is not the time to transfer blames on others. Because when Nana Danko Akufo-Addo took the mantle January 6, 2017, there was so many problems, including Dumso, which you lied in Parliament today about. And I was surprised. Mustafa, I was surprised, say. And now you can say, what do you find say? The speech writers and a man no kokansa. But obi bia wunim no kure. Obi bia wo pen no kure. Hello, Mama Charity. Obi bia wunim no kure na open no kure no. Oko Ghana Energy Commission. Wo betumi akọ mo website says ya. Woko Ghana Energy Commission. Na woko bisa say when the Dumso end there. Date ya bema no obi a wutie me obi a wutie me. What? May 26, 2017. May 26, 2017. Because Enukrano na enyete ejayo Ghana fontie na muntie ni you can check it out. Sometime no na sa ekwa 3 days ansa na aba no e na eswate ba na Dumso eda so elake. Dumso ebe a bit stable and I say can you any be jina so in 2018 April fully and the fast so e the year bibia obi a wo hwa me wo ye NDC ni o wo ye MPP ni o now penokra ko Ghana Energy Commission. Go to Ghana Energy Commission. Go to Ghana Energy Commission. Don't let Felix Appiah lie to you. Don't let Sami Jemfi lie to you. Don't let John Mahama lie to you. Go to Ghana Energy Commission. It is easy to find out. We should not allow these people to lie again. They lied for 8 years and destroyed people's image for 8 years just for them to come to power to give us excuse. And it is because of our own doings, MPP for. Yen to me and Kasa, yen to me and Town, yen niama. And a man crow 4 way, omo ba no man, your name says sebe, and Mokia wakani boom. No man to foot throw the good Ghana for any, and they believed. Anybody who is insulting, you can insult me. I don't really care about the insult. But after you are done insulting me, do yourself a favor and go to Ghana Energy Commission. Go to Ghana Energy Commission. After insulting me here, go to Ghana Energy Commission and educate yourself. Stop the Jimmy, when Jimmy fitia yito, when baby abemu, still a mu Jimmy, na sebion previous and penifo fanchame, one ya boa, we a teacher near, what by Wahoni and Tiaoka, a by Fufrabe Tiaoka, we a Jimmy phone to see a by now went to Tiaoka and Samra, Nansana Wuni. And yet the attempt. What general and Juma simple. May a nice need from 2013. You post to me. You post to me 2017. Mesama to a bed dia or no post to me 2017. No, Edja the Oka say me need experience into one to me, mammy, a Juma yet. Na Sabi, one ya professor on your Sabi magician. We are going to remind them. When Nanadu came, we were in Dumso. We had debt on our head, so much debt. Energy sector and you know what? One thing I like, and they say, due to a way technology, you know, all these things can be documented. Samube Kaya, IMF country director, Bakubai. Ghana kana many yena e priano utie enye bibiao. And the energy sector debts now we had. And again, Ghana for Mutieme, within the Felix Appiah, you can't throw her. The first time we have something called energy way legacy debt in Ghana's history was from 2012 to 2014. Legacy debt, no one say, ya walk a go, yentia, accumulate. Ebia bekan Kaniano, Mami Bomo, Ako ECG. Mami Bomo, Ako ECG, Ako Eden. Ako ye, Neyi, ni ECG, Wako Tiano. What you are ECG, Mami Bomo expect to say, John Mahama ne na ban ebe kwa kotua power pay away producers ne den ka said the be akanya ne be den ebe gina so maame bomo tua wie na sika ne koka John Mahama nsa o se trace bu asite ayi esi mall a efata no etu o meje one round no fankosi mall sika wo wakoton kwadu akutu ni bibia utie na wo de abasa wo de tua na uni Ghana, no, we deserve Mahama this time around. Oh, miemu mame. Mr. Mahama, miemu anenteta. People for no what bomodin chiomu. Utie, chiem people for no. Chiomu, say that chim. When you're tired, no. Because Ghanaians are so ungrateful and so wicked. Most Ghanaians, very, very, very dangerous creatures. And not the lumba born in Yumbini, ya no srekwa. Eya no kure. Eya no kure chere show. Eya ma by all right. Yes. Me NDC ni. But ebra me president wo hono. Na me dadum som. Anu nse me de adwuma ma ya ne area ha obi ani me ne se me ye baba. Me pamade. Me ye hairdresser. Na adwuma me ya ano no. Utie. Na what you will rent? What you will light bill? Now what be adwuma say oh when your customers me and say be painting ko ya no fast na jaden. Now when they blade no to ho anasa when the machine no to ho John Mahama say waje ne kania. Enu nti wonyo obi anesika kakra wa nsam a wo betumi ato bibia ya friend generator. Ah no so say wonya sika wo de beton fan wo a. Obaba shop na watu. We hairdressing salon na watu. Of organizer business na watu. Adentia kania nini. Wo kra de baby a wote no ana baby a wo hyedwa no eye prime place. Make a prime place a ewo krom enti anka nkane na anka wutumi ton ade a ma 12 am krabo. Nanso enam dum so ni ntia bo sesia no aye den wo paako niama. Ghana ni a wo hwa mi a wo de wo nyare awrefire. Utie. Ghana wo nyare awrefire. Sometime no na Ghana for kofa ade bi so ba ya friend kwahye. Se kwahye se den ukura ufo omo se fabra ukura bag out se fabra yes o mbetwitwa adentia. Wickedness thrives in darkness. And because John Mahama is a wicked individual, time will be obaby a na esum abekata Ghana so. Mama ma yemfa ne ma bi ni agro. Ghana fo amutie me, mama ma yemfa ne ma bi ni agro. And I radio MPP ni media me NDC ni MPP for can me ba be kabi NDC for can me ba be no, she one kasa wa sitinemu. Now Nana Dubai, the first business or conduct to here, and like I always say, you can go to Parliament, you check the parliamentary hazards, they are there. 2017. The first trip he took was to go to end gas. Buhari was the president at that time. Why? So that the legacy debt here, that why you know, yet me akutia mubi. And utone ye honorable Boachi Jakonom and they call Nigeria. Omo call ye no ena enchisheye ni ade a Nigeria government so ne ye be ye bibia kama. And after almost started say omo ma ye farm wo a de be den ye de be power your plant. And electricity ni ye say age negina and kakra. And that John Mahama ko jina Parliament here. And you see, with no shame, not sure, man. You see, I don't know. It's like, is it because say only me say the NDC for no? These days, some say my mean the okay, is it because say the NDC supporters no? Low class. There be low class. You can't say. Aha. Chale monyam na memfamfa mu kakrawate na we bed because adwene ne nya adwuma. Because adwene ne ya adwuma anka John Mahama be ka kire so wudum so 2016 no na anka wakoyi wonam a ese ye 2016 dia kire no utie John Mahama be gina wa so wudum so no na anka wa wudi wo receipt ya be kire ne say papa gai eye ya ne ya to aba ma asebra. This second time now waba ne yesra me media tro kanokre ya ne ye to aba ma say we incompetent you say we dum sucking no ya ne ya to aba ma you don't need to lie anymore. But because he knows the people he's dealing with, say one more adwene anya adwuma enti John Mahama ka bibia wo mo be gia dintino we to me agina after failing this Jesus Christ. After ruling this country this way, the same person who left us in Dumso before he left is telling us today, say, when he was leaving, Dumso was fixed. Okay? Sir, NDC, MPP, party, sir, deal we want. And you know, some of my young share who has someone can. Ninty ye. Some of my young share who has someone. Ebre bi beba de be hayen no ebe che de aye hu, and I'm very serious about that. Menim say na make say makoye MPP ninti say the America na ye no kra na ubebu wani aguso e de atem fine, but facts still remain. Say when you go to Ghana Energy Commission, Dumso didn't stop in 2016. The facts are not there. The American and Valerie Knight. Yes, Ghanaians, some Ghanaians are daft and idiots. Ghanaians, some are daft and idiots because if not for that case, somebody will not go use the price of KK to go vote for a president. Utie. If some are not idiots, like you will not go and vote for someone who kept you in Dumso for 4 years. If some are not idiots, a teacher whose appointment was revoked by John Dramani Mahama and was given job by MPP, and as a matter of fact, the MPP increased their pay up to date, would not go and vote for someone who couldn't even give them their basic salary. And no, the youth are not wise. Don't even say that to me. And I can't say the youth are wise. They are not wise. Most of the youth in Ghana are lazy. They are people I roll with, so I know. So stop talking noise. Because if the youths of Ghana are wise, they will not go vote for a president who said he is not a magician to give them jobs. As a matter of fact, when they come out from school, they don't have experience to do the job, so he cannot employ them. The same youth goes to Nanado's government and he says, let me create something called NAPCO. So stop the foolery. And the Gen Zs, they don't know, most of them don't know the history of Ghana. So stop fooling around. The fact that you got the Tramadol and the Benson boys voting for you doesn't mean the youth are smart. I'm sorry. A smart youth will want something he can eat from every day. A smart youth will not invest all his life on just bets and say, and that's a Real Madrid lose. That is not a smart youth. So stop being on my page and talking about the youth are wise. The youth are not wise. Utie, the youth are not wise. Because if the youth are wise, they would have known that since the time that we started Ghana, nobody has paid children's school fees than Nanado. They still went and voted against him. Stop telling me about the youth are wise. The youth are lazy, so they are easily brainwashed. That is the word. Easily brainwashed. To tell Ghana you that somebody is bathing in a plane and they believe that Ampa Obi Jari will play. How smart are you? You are not smart. You are an idiot. Mr. Knight, so please, when we are talking about smartness in terms of this election, don't even try to bring the youth in. Because like I said, I was in The whole of last year, I only spent 3 months in Canada. Out of the 12 months, I spent 3 in Canada. The rest I was in Ghana. So I know how the Ghana youth thinks. It's about what can I eat. That's all. So please, when we are doing such important programs like this, I beg of you to keep Gen Z. Gen Z do not even know Mahama has been a president before. Some of them don't even know John Mahama was once a president. They don't know. And you come and tell me the youth are white. The youth are idiots. Most of them are idiots. If the youth are not idiots, okay, if the youth are not idiots, me pe bet teacher. Me, they are me pe a bet. Until 2014, 15, 16, no. Simple na me you correct odds. Na me pe say me ko twa. Light ye ni ho nti no me nye dan mean to me twa. Say time na me pe say me twa bet ya. Technology and na yen interfaces ni na yen nti no mean to me ye dan enye. And now ye ka say. And now me no ka say. Ye were some of the smart young ladies in Ghana. One started yen kakra, samina kakra, mango paste. We na ye we say obas and cow on one. Utumi the way see utumi the ye say. So in essence, they are selling these things online, on their TikTok, on their Instagram, and all these things. So the question the next smart person will ask and say, try mommy. Ebra na kania no enyina so 2016 no. Sebe in prediasa. Na sa energy na wanya. Wo dey turn what dey online. Wo dey momo. Uber ebeje edeko motofo ebeje ko na ka be dey aye. Never talk about Ghana youth is smart. Some of them, yeah, some of them are smart. Some of them really take the advantage of what they get. But most of them are lazy. They are more concerned with their media. Like this NS guy has come to right here, 38%. And no business 38% be free here. Unim the intia. Ya catch from say, so who can say 38% a CMP before no, and Timon cut 38 and one know. Oh, John Mahama and his NDC. What a bunch of deplorables, man. It's so sad. 38% trouble trono. Do what you say. Also to try to be a woman. Anya Shekurano. Easy the correct figures aba. Yet the Mahama diaba. Yet the MPP diaba. And so just the fact say, or cut the center, Ububefu, Nanka say, hey, and this way of Cassia, program now, and went down to who? Now, oh, cut 38% in Oba. 38% no way. Unimbe the adjuneno will form that particular party. No adjuneno will form. Now, said you didn't can and then it is all about the honeymoon. Now we have MPP bar power. Sometimes you say Sheffield check the bar power no the microphone just say what that the one in name just say the the organization now the organizer. You see be free education that time anado. Why anything who saying no name no here press conference. Na could you pon krome kasa na just say Samia ukunum John Buedu no the radio so ani e dwa yenum cause we in power. If you do baby no appointees one the Yamapa appointment for no one more. Okay, and we honorable way you friend and we know and papa we my friend is how I'm fat and I am Mr. E and Mr. That is how it is. So Utie, that is how it is. And to my mom time kakra. On say, what you get for flower? Boy, hey, okay, said that no other, no one agree, no agree, cause so powerful. I feel boy, you do baby cry no so, and then me person me head, and the grass you, Charlie, me nifi, me niho. It's your better, ABC. But let's shift back to what John Mahama did today. And then I was okay. Let me say it this way. Samobe Kaya, me wa Ghana no. I said something. Say I will not blame John Dramani Mahama for this first quarter at Ekosui. The only time I will start blaming him is after March 11th. Because after March 11th, it is all them. It is their budget, it is their government, it's their operations. Everything about Ghana is what John Dramani Mahama wants to do. But I'm a bit scared, Mr. Joe. I'm a bit scared because you say, dia wowo akanedano usuru sunsun. Uti dia wowo akanedano usuru sunsun. Na metri udi ntia. John Mahama bedi ade 2013 or started so complaining. I was handed a bad economy. And the economy came so no. Now, no, vice president to Professor Milso. It is a one pastor problem away Kufuadu Hunina. Young from what 7 away. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia there. Now, the problem be an one Milson. Be an see to me the body. You to me the ball a year. No power tap, mammy. Will be a power tap. I know your gift, Yana. More tap power. But he forgot, said, at a Mills, we and obey president. So in effect, he was blaming his own self. Or no blaming him. The economy was bad. Now, the last State of the Nation's address again in 2016, Mahama still complained about the crisis of Ghana. He still complained about the problems of Ghana. He actually made it known, say, Yari namna manaka day, amanaka dumpe. This is John Mahama, not me, please. Like I said, we can do the basic politics here. We can have. But when we're talking about fact, who said this? Who said? When we go to check, we see who said it. 2016, the last State of the Nation's address at John Mahama, he actually accepted, say, he has failed and there was no money. He has defaulted on loans. He was still under IMF conditionality. So he admitted, say, there was an issue. The last State of the Nation's address he read. Okay, let's forget about that one. Another government comes for 8 years. And out of the 8 years, MDC and its apparatchiks made it 1 point. Hey, Sanana do kofa heaven kraba Ghana yenka senye. Because ye nimna ye kojitum say ye party no yamba power bill. That was their mantra. In this idea, first, no, Sana Mojin said na akanana do ba or bechichi chinkrofo the ayeden ediatum. So they started with on the or you to trust them, and I John Mahama Hojo, and I another you to trust them or you to trust them. Now do so by one may yes, may bet you have to me, because the problem and Ghana for face was the economy. The economy. Utie, the economy. Now, with all the challenges and the problems are nananado efemuno. With all the problems are no common. He found a way to save this country, keep the lights on, keep his programs running without IMF telling him that he cannot do it. And that is one thing we forget easily. The IMF gave the power for him to go and do his policies. So, the NDC went on a meeting spearheaded by Ofosu Ampofu. And what Opofu ana Oposu Amposu ana Opofu Amposu, they are not all kind of say, let us make this government unpopular. And no, it is all besha. Ibiu, because of margin no enye juma montiasi. Ebra na ban wo ho no. Owo mamiensa. Baako pe ene tumi ko school. Ono kura no eyi nyame ene adofo obi nti ene tumi wie school. Ebra na ban wo no. Ene na ban ni ho. Nanso ne mamiensa na owo ye ni nyina no. Baako wo St. Roses, baako wo Prempe, baako wo Ewekumaka. Like they are all schooling. But ose ebra na ne mamienu ni ti fie na omunya daache no. Na otumi small mo ko sensuo. Ode omu ko afuo mu kodo. Enti e no ho won faso chensa akoda no twetwe daache e de ama ne kra. Okay. And then I came here with one serious thing there. I'm still yet to understand why it is so. And that is Ghana amembu time. Sameka se Ghana amembu time. Amembu no time because now people are not even looking at what the government is bringing to help them. They are rather concerned about hearing the problem. Now, what are the problems? According to John Dramani Mahama, Sana Mekano, according to John Dramani Mahama, the NPP was mismanaging this country. Okay, so when we say mismanagement, what are we talking about? We said we would do a domestic bond exchange program. We have successfully done it. We said we would make sure that the fiscal discipline of this country becomes better than it was before. Now, menti bibiase. Sewoko Bank of Ghana, Oko Statistics Ghana, and all the agencies, IMF, World Bank, near there. When you look at their record on Ghana, the records are there. Enti Sanka Mahama Yobia Ebio Ojene Ghana for one. Anka he would have noticed that debut. Samekokasa same way ya. Etie for no be kwa kwhwe said they are Mr. President kan na ye no kre ana enye no kre. Utie. Omo beba beka say ye no kre ana say enye no kre. The like the hard truth and they say okanekeke. And the reason why okanekeke they say ne nkro for na edi na chi no de okay bia no wo mugitu. The man said the state of the nation is not good. So today I just want to address 3 things and then I'm off here. I'll come and sit down on the sauna properly. All right. Now, when Mayor Bali, or say everything you are saying is baseless. You are avoiding the real reason why NPP lost. I don't know why NPP lost, because the lost we lost is like it's so many factors and a boom one. And I believe so we are smarter. You should know that there's a committee that has been set aside to look at certain things in TIA NPP Elusuye. And I believe they are talking about it. I believe almost the report number, and I believe they would. That is not my job. My job here is to make sure that the Ghanaian who listened to fake news, who listened to propaganda, didn't go to check facts, and allowed NDC to lie to them to vote for Mahama, would now know the truth. That is all I'm doing here. So don't worry about what made MPP lose. I believe they know. They know why they lost this election. But their research will say they will follow up. Mine is to point out the wickedness, the foolishness, and the moronic nature of that people or the people that joins the NDC. The fact that their brain is so low, the fact that they are shallow, the fact that they don't think outside the box, the fact that they think good governance means that is what I'm worried about, and that is what I'm concerned about. So, first, the man talked about the country is a crime scene. Me pacho, me bayi, and I say MPP bayi. Judgment debtor, ya JDT, a buying whilst MPP was in government doesn't amount to 5. Okay. Ebra no mining your crime scene no. Muntie Ebra na o mining your crime scene no. Na okuja to block kwa servo. As judgment debt contractor. Okoko fa emrofo ba se Ghana de ukanti brabeje. Na fa me so me kakrawa fa mame. And now ye ka say aban djuma ye ni bia ni ho. Aban djuma ye ni bia eni ho. Utie. From 2017 up to the time Ananadu free office. Obeka say yentia basic salary, TNE basic salary and farmer. But Mahama said the state of the nation was good when workers could not get their basic salary. Isn't that stupid? Just say, I am you. Me adwuma yeni. Ebra na maban anase ebra na ban bi wo ho no. Me basic salary, basic. My adwuma na say hours am ye etua meka no na emma. It was not coming. But na enye crime scene. Me did the car because market ya ma yenti. Na makwabo bobosia na me no. Yes, enye crime scene. Aho kire crime tie bi no kura to me sha akonfo eku ye ho. Yes, enye crime scene. And no mo na Ghana adwuma ye ni agi na ketua. Na impo ya toto aketua mu. Sabio 30%, 25%. Afimo na ye crime scene. Enye hu. Engrophobia ye bi o maka enye nwanwa. 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 Nwanwa kire say. Wusika wo ye adwuma ye mfa ma wo ase adwuma ye ni ya mfa ma wo. Aban foforo aba sa wusika no ode ama wo atua ma otua ma wa akopem so ye den ofri so. O say dia wentua wo ka ni mu no eya aban papa e chen dia wetua wo ka. Wadwene ye adwuma. You won't think this way. Ebra na Mahama wo ho no. Education was not a crime scene. Education was in a good state. Meanwhile, teachers couldn't be posted. Teachers couldn't even get their basic pay. What makes it worse? What is even worse? And then they say, the teachers who worked could not even get their pay. And then teachers are getting cola. Utie. Teachers are getting cola. 15% of their pay is what Nanado did. But due to blind politics, due to hatred and tribalistic way of thinking, The Ghana man who has a mind is telling you, say, I buy now 1 month condition of service. Where to me this car can work at Yano Hono or no more minya by papa. Now their basic salary could have went to Yamano or no more by papa. Ebra na aban bi wo hono book and researchers allowance education or so to meet your course sikeni ho aban bi so ba ya do wa be reinstall etia kopem say ofiri so but the government teacher ni say dia oje ni book and researchers allowance ya one farmer no so oni skent went to ya no Eya papa chain dia oba ya what your book and researchers allowance what dwene ye adwuma onye ne saa utie. This is all we are talking about. Now let's I'm kind of saying stationaries near ma omutumi di sua ade aban bi wo ho no one auto bookstore bi bia aban bi wo ho no chalk wa na wo de tro board so e de kire wade na ebi ni ho ene aban foforo aba the same books no aban no to call books no the amount for free why yes for 8 years chalk na wunya bi mfanchuro no aban na yi chalk blackboard na ye de chalk churo na free ho o say ye na ye use pens and we side dem kwase ne friend no learning boards, those white boards no I forgot the technical name for it. Eti ene wo ko eye makura osenase a na wo wura osenase students ni na classroom a ye de board wa ye de marker na kira de ene wo ho but obi ti ho say ebra na chalk na na ye de tro na on to me nya chalk mfa ntro no eye better thing and na ye yi chalk na free ho na ende ode pen ene e tro board so and other marker pens and a chira the board so I'm telling you say Ghana for yeah very 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 excuse me to say short-sighted. Yes, Ricky, my sister went to a Krobo Girls. And yes, all the core books were provided for him. Or sorry, for her. Inti minim school kwa call ye. Uti minim school I will call ye. And a minim school award be call ye. But yet the books were provided for the school. And that is why some of the people were even saying, say, and a book snatcher am I, because the government was the one that was providing them. So if you didn't know that, keep that and use that. In the same education, tertiary wise, tertiary utility bill is something every government has paid except John Dramani Mahama and Gina Nopu Kwajima, who cancelled it. Today, it has been paid since Nanado and Bawumia took the mantle, and they paid it until they left office. Today, we went to Parliament to listen to the state of the nation. The reason why Mahama can never compare himself to Dr. Bawumia in terms of intellect and finding solutions is very simple. When Bawumia identifies a problem, he tells you the damage that problem can cause. He then tells you ways that we can avert the problem. Then he will tell you the results. That is a thinking mind. As your first State of the Nation's address, after being given a second chance, I was hoping that this time around, there will be less complaint and more actions on what he would do. That is why I said I'm sad. Which Ghanaian doesn't know that we are in a crisis? One name said we are not boyed. One name said we boyed. One name said many boyed. Obi any. Mahama, That is why we voted for you. On me no more didn't you know, and you vote to my say. When Gina Dina Chia, you did the 8 years say, Nimdian in the crowd. You have all the formula to solve the problems of Ghana. And therefore, Ghanaians gave you the mantle to come and help us solve our problems. Now, when you are finally given the chance to solve the problems, you are backtracking on everything you promised you would do. You are going back to everything you said you would do. You finally sit in Parliament to give the first State of the Nation's address, and it's like a campaign page. This amount is here, that amount was missing, we don't have this money, we don't have that money, we don't, and MPP has done this, and the previous government this, and the previous government that, and we have to say, and Jesus Christ. Seriously. No single solution. Not a single hope. Oh. Not a single hope. When Anadu came, there was crisis, but he worked and implemented his policies. And Mahama is doing all of this because Sikana says the Edukoye Jumano or person international and microphone did to send your ear first hour. That's all. So he's only preparing your mind, say, Katid, I'm kind of saying, Sika way, niho, inti, agenda 111, cry to me, and I Sika way new into me, cry point to your electricity bill. Sika way new into me, yes, say, Sika way new into me, yes, say, meanwhile, say a far record, no, your far record, no, your share will be a record there. They are all canon, and the fact and data, no, and tally. About Bewan almost say I got 5 days of power in Ghana. Yeah, become much. The power hasn't finished. The issue is Sika SS day. Sika SS to me. At the board of mine no brano, they are going to spend it. And to get ready. You people need to get ready. As for the NDC people, they are happy because they are in power now. But give them a few months. When they start calling their agents and they are not getting them, don't worry. Don't want to so they are like, you know how they are. So don't worry about it. What we should rather worry about is make sure, say, from now to when the next election is held, the Ghanaian citizens will know what to vote for and not vote based on tribe, price of food, because the next government coming is not going to reduce the price of food. During the campaign, I said this so many times. If you are going to vote against a party because you're going to say the next president in the bar, you better don't know one CDR. It is a lie. Let us be serious. Let us be very, very serious. Mahama today has forgotten that he was voted for to bring solutions. He has forgotten. He forgot, say, ye bought a bama or sabrabedi yeswa. Ye the Bibia shall to say the way an person anado or Magan assessor in just one day. It is the same thing. Mahama stayed on there, mentioned all the problems, didn't bring one hope. He didn't. Unless some NDC person can tell me, oh, he said he will do this, he will do that to fix this problem. No, none of it was brought. Now, anyone was say, Abaya, come say, Branayan to Abama based on what you have said or what you have done or what you can do. We should you say, Montu Abanama we are, na matana kem, na menem penny for, I could call round, na yakoshe. Yeah, problems here, a education, problems, a farming, problems. So who need problem now by Mr. Jesse? Listening to John Dramani Mahama State of the Nation's address today came to confirm three things. He's a lazy guy who doesn't like to think outside the box. He's still corrupt and a liar. He stayed on the floor of parliament where he knew we can find records and still lie to the people of Ghana. As we speak, what was the GDP growth when Mahama was leaving office in 2016? What is the GDP growth now? What was the debt to GDP ratio in 2016 when he left? What is the debt to GDP now? What is inflation when he left? What is inflation now? What was the banking lending rate and our bank lending rates in 2016? And what is the bank lending rate today? For those who want the truth, those who want Ghana to move forward, I believe they will go check the record and they will know where these things were when Mahama left. Now, Fachemiu, and your ferry say, meant to me and to you, my forecast. Me say the state was in a good condition. Obia bet to you, my forecast, baby, sin there. Also, we are not in a good state. Under you, cholera, ekunipa more than 200. It was in a good state. Under Nanado, we can't even see the number of people that contracted cholera and died. But that is bad state. As we sit, the police service has 3 helicopters. Meanwhile, according to NDC and Mahama, the police service is in a bad state. When the policemen were sleeping and he turned in a room and not even having proper guns and stuff to go do their normal activity, it was in good state. As we speak, the police and security agencies didn't have places to sleep. And then another Danko Kufuado, he actually created a police village. You go to Tesano, Ebu, or there are so many places I was see. And then there is security for. Then so, yes, say Ebra na ye security for ninya baby nano. Na Ghana was in a good state. And they are yes, see down there, service security for. And then Kwadana pass by no. We are in bad state. And it only amounts to one thing. The incompetent king is back. And his ways of lies and excuses is going to continue. Into mama boss we. Well, we tell me be a mama boss we. Ghana kotuaba. Na sa abeya ya kotui. No, for now, no, said their last mechanic, some people would not understand. And the reason is we are now looking at things in the frenzy way. What did Mahama say he would do? What did he say he would do? And what has he done? What preparations has he been able to make to give us that sense? And say he's going to do better in this second time. When your country is in crisis, like you like, when your country is in an uncertainty, as the leader, we expect you to give us solutions. He mentions them. We are going to fight corruption with what? Oh, we are going to fight corruption with he say, she say. Obi amedi concern if ora for no somebody concern na ye de oma beto abonte egwo mu as we are fighting corruption. Let us be careful. Said the American no chine nyame ya adom a me the extensive you be fa ne nsem no ene ne headings no 1 na ya hwem na fi yehuno Fredlin Kamen Miao, but what's say Pasia? What did your Amotia did in 8 years? Abu Funu, you made us say, let me respond to this one and then I'll be off. My Amotia president was able to take care of your stupid father who couldn't take care of you and your siblings. He was able to give your siblings education, which is free education that stupid fools like you should have never benefited from. My Amotia president was able to keep the light on so that you were Jamaica Ubon La Paz, Nubena light Mwejina, Nakwasibia before we could do Amoska. That is what my Amotia president did. My Amotia president made sure that every teacher who taught was paid. Your stupid government couldn't even pay them their basic salary, so that is what he did. My same Amotia president was able to come up with something we call drone delivery services to save lives. Something your stupid doomsaw John Dramani Mahama was not able to do. Again, the dualization of the Kumasi Accra route that your president was there and couldn't do. Nanadu came and started it 4 lanes. He did it. Nanadu came and made sure, say, legal aid, there was nothing inside the legal aid. And then legal aid Ghana, a year Juma. That is what my Mutia president did in 8 years. And we're expecting your bullet gymnastic man to also continue. Only for him to come today to give us excuse. And that is why you have a silly person like Mahama leading you as your president. Chalemo mami finsia. Me pese hit ne beba bibri na akose program. Ye program no. When me adoma, ye be sai so share bi. Onyankopon enti nanim enchiro obi a wutie me. Na me adoma ochira momra ntem. Oba na wa share, oba na wa share, na wa subscribe. Mo amohwe wo YouTube no, o hwe me sisi a please subscribe. Why? Oh, shame with YouTube see, I want you to go and subscribe. The ISR don't ban me as okay, mame. Now, my ba live be I will say my ba live. Mom will TikTok no so no. Mo follow page in the mame. Now M1 I into me and yet a juma as I say. Mom from Anusia, near copy for you. Now me adoma or China Ibishia. The same page. Felix Apia Politicals. I'm into the chairman on the Bianca say. Bye bye.